What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Family, if you want to skip the line, you can jump into the super chat. I am going to go in on this story, then I'll come back and check the chat, starting with the super chat, and then I'll make my way over to the regular chat. The man who filmed the white ex-cop and his son murdering Ahmaud Arbery may also face arrest in connection to the unarmed jogger's murder. This according to authorities in a press conference on Friday. The director of Georgia Bureau of Investigation, Vic Reynolds, said this. He said that William Bryan could be arrested for his part in the murder after he watched and shot the footage of the attack. It's not clear exactly what those charges might look like. This comes after Gregory McMichael, 64, and his son, Travis McMichael, 34, were pictured Thursday being arrested and charged with the murder and aggravated assault for the shooting death of Arbery, who was 25 years old, in Brunswick, Georgia, back in February. That's February 23rd, this all went down. So the guy who did the filming will hopefully be held accountable, because he didn't just film. There's evidence that he was a willing participant. He actually plotted and planned. He knew exactly what was going on. They say that he even tried to block Ahmaud's path when he tried to turn and run back in the direction that he came from. He tried to block his path, but he was unsuccessful. So this guy is not so innocent like a lot of people were saying, like, well, the guy just shot the video, what are you gonna charge him with? How about conspiracy to commit murder? You did? So this guy is believed to be the third person involved. And check this out. The family's attorney, Benjamin Crump, had alluded to that earlier, because he kept saying a third person. Everybody was like, well, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So all along, he had evidence that there was a third person was involved, and that third person was the guy who was actually filming. Otherwise, why is he running behind some guys chasing a jogger, and he's right there, Johnny on the spot filming? You did? Don't make a lot of sense. Now, how did they get a hold to that video? An attorney in that county said that the guy who filmed it sent it to him. I don't know why he would send him that film, but he sent it to him. He said the person who filmed it sent it to him, and he sent it to a local radio station. Hold on, let me make sure it was a radio station. It was either a radio station or a television station, but they posted it online. I think he said radio station. They posted it online, and the video took off. And just less than 2 days later, these guys were finally arrested after being free, roaming the streets, thugging it out for over 2 months after they had killed a man. Never touched the inside of a jail. Now, why would that happen? Well, the father, Gregory Michaels, is an ex-police officer and detective for the prosecution's office. So he got friends in the department. And in the courtrooms. The original DA recused herself, but not before she told the other DAs to, well, the other prosecutors to not file charges. She was clearly being biased. I'm glad that this came out early rather than later, you know, like after they go to trial, and let's just say if everything goes right, he's convicted, and then they come back later and say, oh, wait a minute, you know, he had a relationship with this person and this person and that person, so we got to retry this thing. It's better that these things come out right now. Should have never went this far though. Like day one, he should have been arrested. They should have been arrested. Hey, arrest him, figure it out. You know how they do when they go into the Black community? Arrest and figure it out later. That's how they do it. So I got some quick facts that you guys need to know about this guy, William Bryan, William Roddy Bryan, who has been identified as the third man involved in the February murder of Ahmaud Arbery. So he is a neighbor of the McMichaels. They live less than 1 minute apart. He's also a mechanic from Brunswick, Georgia. So he's 50 years old. According to online records, he's the neighbor of the McMichaels and lived within a mile of the place where Arbery was shot to death. His identity as the third man was unknown to the public until May 6th. Civil rights activist Sean King, the homie, wrote that Bryan was there in his car, gun loaded, chasing Ahmaud Arbery. The murderers were talking on the phone together, plotting what to do and where to go. The murderers was on the phone talking to one another, plotting on what to do and where to go. I think that he probably sent that evidence, perhaps to try to get a deal for himself or something, try to make himself look like the good guy or whatever, and get out of it. But believe you me, I believe they're gonna arrest him, and if they arrest him, he's definitely gonna flip. He's gonna sell him out, guaranteed. Now, here's something that's worth mentioning also, family. This guy, Bryan, is mentioned briefly in the February 23rd police report. The daddy, the King Cockroach, stated that Arbery turned around and began running back the direction from which he came, and Roddy attempted to block him, which was unsuccessful. Remember, Roddy attempted to block him. Here's a man running for his life. He attempts to block him. Failed. So this dude, Bryan, trapped Arbery and was, as a result, directly involved with Arbery's death. He's directly involved with Ahmaud's death. He trapped him. So he got to get it too. He should be arrested and charged with aiding and abetting in committing the crime of murder. Simple as that. And that's the minimum. So here's the part about the leak, how the leak happened. So it says that Georgia Public Broadcasting reported that Alan Tucker, a Georgia criminal defense attorney, leaked the video of the February 23rd shooting, though he did not say how he obtained it. He told GPB that his first, this is Georgia Public Broadcasting, that his firm does not represent anyone involved in the case. According to the news, 4Jax, Tucker said he shared the video with the local radio station WGIG, which posted the video on YouTube. News 4Jax reported that Tucker said the video was given to him by the person who recorded it. So on one, well, he just omitted. He didn't reveal how he got it in one interview. And the other, they're saying that he said he got it from the person who recorded it. So this is where we are. Again, family, what's the delay in justice? This Gregory McMichael dude is a former police detective and chief investigator for the district attorney's office. Now check this out. It says McMichael was involved in the conviction of death row execution of Robert Newland, who was executed in 2009 for the stabbing death of Carol Sanders Betty, a 27-year-old neighbor, on May 30th, 1986. According to the Florida Times Union, McMichael was the one to take down Betty's dying words. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. McMichael testified at Newland's trial. He was a Glenn County detective at the time. They need to go back and revisit that case. They need to go back and revisit that case. Let me see who. Let me see who this guy is. So Carol Sanders is his neighbor. I'll take a wild guess and say that she's white. Yep. Okay. And then the guy, let's see, Robert Newland. Let's see what Robert's ethnicity is. Newland sounds like a white guy, but let's see. Yeah. So, but look, it don't really matter because the dude can't be trusted, right? Like once you are identified as a racist, you can't be trusted, period. So like anything else goes out because there's something mentally ill about a person like that. There's something wrong with a person like that. So they can't be trusted. So yeah, also there are reports that Bryan could be heard. This is the guy that's filming. They said he could be heard cocking a gun in the video. He's not seen, but he can be heard cocking the gun. It's on video. Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, Keith? I believe they have done this before. You damn right, I believe it too, man. I believe it too. And like I said, they need to go back and look at all of Gregory McMichael's files, all of them, and pick them apart, because he's one of them. He's one of them. I would even go back and pick apart the prosecutors' records. Go through those files, because I can guarantee you there are a lot of innocent people who are in prison, and there are some that have been executed, with those two at the helm of so-called justice. What's up, Serena? I see you. That man most likely was just as involved with this murder. Absolutely. One of the KKK captains says 2010. Qasim Wahid, no justice, no peace, death penalty. This was a capital murder. Who is that? Janisha. Janisha says, I can't believe this happened in my hometown. Sam, if Ahmaud was the shooter, he would have been in jail the same day. Damn right. And you know this, man. There's not anybody listening to this show right now that would disagree with you. They probably wouldn't say it out loud, but they don't disagree. They know what the truth is. Dude gonna snitch so fast. If they make an arrest on him, he's gonna snitch so fast. I mean, he gonna be laying in the bed snitching like, I'm gonna, and they did this, I'm gonna snitch. Walking everything he do, you snitch. Remember to snitch. Remember to snitch. You know how you got to remember to get your keys, or remember to lock the door, or remember to grab your bag, or remember to go by and visit somebody. That's what he's gonna be doing. That his whole calendar over the next several months, all the way into the trial, gonna be remember to snitch, remember to snitch, remember to snitch, remember to snitch. Oh yeah, he's gonna flip. And I'll tell you something else. The father and son really ain't that close. Here's why I say. Again, you have to be mentally ill to have the type of mindset that they have. The father put his son's freedom on the line. Instead of him trying to be the voice of reason and telling his son, man, we need to fall back. We ain't gonna do that. Let's not do nothing stupid. This fool is right there with him, leading the charge. And see, I'm sure he's done some of this stuff in the past. He led his son into a burning house. A father is supposed to protect his son. He's supposed to try to de-escalate situations when the son get a hot head. If he had done the job correctly, even if his son was okay, and let's say he was the hot head, had he raised his son right, cooler heads would have prevailed, and his son would have said, hey, Dad, let's not do that. But that's not how he raised him. He raised his son to be just as big of a dummy as he is, just as big of a racist as he is. And this is why both of their asses are locked up and facing who knows what kind of charges at the end of the day, like what's gonna happen to them. Well, we know what kind of charges they're facing, but what kind of time they're gonna face. And they could end up with the death penalty. If you really love your child, You don't intentionally put your child in harm's way. That's why I say they can't be that close. And that's why I think they're gonna flip on each other. I think all of their ass is gonna flip. Because that's what they do when it really go down. Oh, they cool as long as they think they're gonna get away with it. They brave and they arrogant and all that stuff. But the moment it really go down, man, they're gonna be like, they're gonna be, man, they're gonna be bumping those guns 1,000,000 miles per hour. Who is this? Amy. What's up, Amy? Actually, that's a mystery indeed. Okay, so y'all bringing up old shoplifting charges like you and your mom wasn't stealing from Dollar Tree. Cut it out. Anyways, keep the fire coming, Willie. Absolutely. I hadn't read what are you talking about, shoplifting charges? Like from him or something? That's irrelevant anyway. That shit don't even matter. Jeanette Johnson says, where are the white women who's supposed to love black men so much? Ah. Uh-oh. Think you might have struck a nerve. Let's see. This was done sloppily. Race soldiers. Shreveport checking in. I see you, G-God. I see you. But G-Gad. Dominique Quarles. Should have shared it with local authorities. No, they would have buried it if he'd have gave it to them. We would have never seen, that video would have never seen the light of day. Too Tired said he wanted to make his daddy proud. Right, right. See Moon Alexis, Buffalo, New York in the building. I'm gonna take a few more comments and then I'm gonna shut it down, fam. Let's see, Ahmaud, we have the power of boycott. Now's the time. Now's the time. What's up, Earl Williams? I see you. Who is that? Mark Scott says, I knew the silence of the videography was shady. I guess you're trying to say videographer. The silence of the videographer was shady. JR Doug says, them are some hillbillies. They can't They aren't that smart. Can't get their lie straight. BJ says an eye for an eye. They have children. Talking and grubbing. Cleveland, Ohio in the building. Trevor Wright, H-Town representative. I see you. Shell C says the father is also pictured with Governor Kemp wearing a MAGA hat. Not surprised. Lasagna, Canada in the building. What's up, Canada? Alvin Hopkins, Shreveport, Louisiana. Checking in. Columbus, Ohio. I see you, Dooley. Grady Beach, ATL. God's watching. I was waiting for the story behind the cameraman. Derek Tyler says they need the death penalty, nothing less. As a matter of fact, the electric chair. I don't think they're using the electric chair anymore. AK Bear, what's up? Racism in the United States always been like that, except this time everything is being filmed and documented. Chickens are coming home to roost. That's one good thing about social media. We get to see what's going on now. Everybody got a front row seat at all of this BS that's going on in this country every day. It's exposed now. You ain't gotta rely on mainstream media. We don't have to rely on mainstream media anymore, which I never did really myself, but I always knew that they were liars. Xavier says, let the spirit of Malcolm X be upon us. I got a nice little report I'm gonna present to y'all tomorrow about this. So make sure you be ready for it. I'll drop it tomorrow morning. Yeah, there are no hate crime laws in Georgia. However, they can still be prosecuted for a hate crime on a federal level, just like they did the dude who killed the black people, the 7 black people in, what was that, North Carolina, at the church. They didn't have any hate crime laws on the books there either. But the feds came in and charged them with a hate crime. So they can still be charged with a hate crime. Okay, so Jeanette Johnson said that was South Carolina. Yeah. Now that's something to think about. JB says convicted on a federal level, but Donald Trump pardoned them. That's something to really think about, because his ass would, I think. Solo Dolo, protect and defend yourself by any means necessary. Absolutely. Appreciate you, Solo Dolo. I don't know, you gotta be careful with this administration. The feds will pick it up just to pardon him down the line, just to get Trump the power to pardon him in case they do get convicted. You gotta be very careful with them, man. They're tricky. All right, fam. I just wanted to drop that on y'all real quick and let y'all know that the guy that filmed it, William Bryan, is on, I guess, the chopping blocks. There is a possibility that he could be charged. He could be charged. Yeah. He actually blocked Ahmaud's path as he was trying to run away. Well, he tried to block it, but Ahmaud got around him. That makes him directly involved. That implicates him, makes him directly, not just filming from a distance. That means he's directly involved. And also there's evidence that, from what I understand, is that there is some evidence of a phone conversation with him and the McMichaels. They're having a phone conversation talking about the killing, plotting the killing, and which way they're gonna go to try to stop him from running and bring an end to his life. Yeah, see, this, in my opinion, is premeditated murder. So whatever happened, he get what he get. All involved, including their wives. If they got wives, girlfriends, their children, whatever they got, if any of them were involved, if they knew in it, that they knew, oh, we finna go down here, and they didn't make a try to stop them or call the police to stop them or something, they need to get it too. You know that's exactly what they would do if the shoe was on the other foot, right? That's what the authorities would do, right? My point. Until next time, family. Hey, y'all enjoy y'all weekend, you know, and make sure you take care of each other. Love on them babies real hard. No more talk.